Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. We've got baseball on the show. It's the San Diego Padres and the Chicago Cubs. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set. And today on the hill, Porter Hodge.
Well, he's not a rookie, but still very young in this game, learning his craft. I think the key is getting consistent reps and the opportunity to develop his stuff. Looking forward to watching him pitch in this one.
Ready to go now. And now the right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr.
The right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr.
He was late there, strike one.
0-1's the count.
First pitch, 120.
Tatis waits. Not even close there. And that is ball one. The 1-1 is fouled off. And El Nino is stifled for the K.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with two strikes. You want to let the ball travel, make sure you recognize it, try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the two-strike approach.
Luis Ariz stands in. And that's a strike.
0-1.
The 0-1. That one is upstairs.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Not close with that one. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hit on the ground to short. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first, and not every shortstop can even make that play.
So a man aboard, and now the veteran third baseman, Manny Machado. Ground ball left side, could be 2. There's 1 out on to Bush. It's a double play. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. Back here at the friendly confines. And on the mound now, Randy Vasquez. What do you got on him, Chris?
The spin rate on the curveball is incredible. Hitters know they're going to see a lot of them today. Stay back, be patient, and hit the ball the other way.
Ian Happ up to hit.
Leading off for the Cubs. The
Cubs made Ian Happ a first-round pick in 2015. He played at the University of Cincinnati as an infielder. Played a little bit of outfield, but a guy in 2022. What a year, Chris. Both an all-star and a gold glover.
Yeah, and wins that gold glove as a left fielder, and it's a guy that was a pretty good center fielder as well. But you know, one of the things for him is just being able to be in the same spot every day. I think it increases the comfort level and allows that athletic ability to really shine.
The next offering misses. They're now 3-1. And it's fouled off. And a pitch. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Pickoff move to first. Throw, and it gets away. And he airmails it out of play. Look out.
Boog, you got to move your feet, as footwork is so important on those pickoff throws over to first. And can be a little easy to get twisted up and throw across your body, and he didn't have much of a lead over there at all, so I doubt he was trying to do anything more than just keep him honest, which makes that error hurt even more.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Maldonado hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored, and you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like you could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
Seiya Suzuki in the box now. No balls and a strike. And that one is inside, ball 1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Off the plate, and that's ball 2. Hat over at second, 1 down. That one misses. 3-1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Tatis puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, Michael Busch.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Michael Busch. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Smoked on the ground to second. Cronenworth throws on to first. That is the inning. Cubs leave 1 scoreless after 1. Here at Wrigley Field, it's Xander Bogaerts now.
Xander Bogaerts.
Hodge back to work. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
That one missing inside. Ed Drummond behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Maybe one of the most respected umpires around the league.
He's not the kind of umpire that you're likely to notice back there. And that can be a huge compliment, really. So if you're just kind of quietly doing your job, staying consistent with your calls, hitters, pitchers, managers, even fans, they're all going to appreciate you. Ed Drummond, he's that kind of umpire.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. And there's one away.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 3, Jackson.
Here's the center fielder,
Merrill.
Jackson Merrill.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Next pitch is outside.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Next pitch is inside. Ball 2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And there are 2 down.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Yuli Gurriel in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Gurriel gets a piece. No score here in the second. Gets a piece and stays alive. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Oh, the throw is over his head. So he's able to reach first base despite the strikeout, and that extends the inning. Kind of a tough turn of events for the defense there.
Yeah, it's maybe a little bit of a morale killer. For a second, you think you're about to go hit, but really quickly you have to refocus and be ready for the next play. We'll see if they can work around it.
Man at first. Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. Climb the ladder with that fastball. Strike 1. Just off the inside edge. Just missed. Out to center. And that is that. 1 error in the inning, but nothing more. Now to the bottom of the second. We're tied, 0-0. Back here at Wrigley Field, bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the veteran shortstop, Dansby Swanson. Hit in the air, right field. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting 6th, the second baseman, Nico Corner.
So here's Horner now. Just missed. Runner at first with no outs here. And there's a foul ball.
Ball.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Lead runner stops at second.
Couple of singles back to back. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. That one not close. Ball 1. And that one fouled off. Backed off the plate that time.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And a base hit on a line. Headed for the plate. The throw in. It's off the mark, and he scores.
That's 3 singles in a row. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
First and second, no outs. Matt Shaw, the next Cub to hit. Rolled to short, possible 2 ball. Feed to second, that's one. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
And now it's Miguel Amaya. That clips the zone. That's strike one. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Horner on third. Shaw at first. One gone. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Oh, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2
Now
strikes,
batting,
sort of
the
pitch you're
left
hoping
fielder,
for, a bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
1-1.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
First and second, 2 outs. So here's Kyle Tucker now. Edge of the zone for a strike, and it's 0-1. 2 outs, a couple of base runners at first and second. That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases. Coming home. 1 run is in. Half on his way home. The relay, safe. He beats the tag, and it's 4-0.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his back through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
So runner at second, 2 down. Now here is Seiya Suzuki. Way high with that one. Ball 1.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
And a foul ball. That's inside. Gets him to chase after that one.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
And a swing and a miss. Inning over, although plenty of damage done. So it's 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We played 2 full. It's the Cubs 4 and the Padres nothing. New inning getting started. Stepping in for San Diego, Brandon Lockridge. Lockridge in his rookie season in the 8th spot in today's lineup, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Way out front for strike 2.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
That misses. Now 1-2. Swing and a ground ball. Dives and he can't hang on. No throw. And so they end up with some speed on at first.
Batting 9.
Martin Maldonado up to hit.
Maldonado.
And first offering is fouled off. Hodge picks over Lockridge. Dives back in safely.
One and one.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swings and misses. Struck him out. So man aboard,
now
1 down, and
right
it's
fielder,
Tatis
Fernando
at the plate.
Tatis
Struck out swinging
Jr.
his first time. Runner on the go. Strike in there. Not in time. He's safe.
You don't usually see teams try to claw back into games by being aggressive on the base pass like this, but it's still early in this one. This kind of tells me they're going to try to tackle this one 1 run at a time instead of waiting back for a big 3-run homer.
And a pop-up right side, foul territory. They got it for out number 2.
The batter, number 4. Designated hitter, Luis Arias.
Next for the Padres, Luis Arias. Reached on an infield single his first time. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Man on second, 2 down. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
Crow Armstrong makes a nice running catch. 1 hit, 1 left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Cubs 4 and the Padres nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the last of the third. And here's the first baseman, Michael Busch. There's the strike. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. And there's one away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat. Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Next offering is in for a strike. And down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Ground ball up the middle. Bogarts fields it cleanly. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. They lead 4-0. And we're back on to the 4th. Now the third baseman, Manny Machado.
Manny Machado.
Right through there for a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
And it's even up. That smash towards center. 1 away.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Xander.
So here's Xander Bogaerts now. Fastball for a strike.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
Late with the swing there.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
So K marks the at-bat for X.
Just blown away in that at-bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at-bat like that as a hitter other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. He's got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Merrill takes low, second trip to the plate in this one.
1-0.
Off the mark there. And that's ball 2. Called strike right there. Fastball for a strike. And now 2-2. 2 out, space is empty. And a base hit up the middle.
The first baseman, number 10, Yuli Gurriel.
Yuli Gurriel comes up to hit. Reached on a drop. 3rd strike his first time. Hodge checks the runner. And he's back safely. swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Two outs. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Foul ball, still 0-2. Merrill leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Up the middle. Swanson over to first, and Gurriel is out, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. 1 left for San Diego. They trail it here 4-0. Bottom 4. Now here is Pete Crow Armstrong. Just missed. Double-barreled action in the bullpen for San Diego. Kyle Hart, the left-hander, up and throwing. Pivetta getting loose as well. The 1-0. Now this is in the air down the line. And out number 1 on the grab.
The third baseman, number 6.
And up next for Chicago, Matt Shaw. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. This one popped up. Bogarts. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Amaya at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
2 down, nobody on. And a curve misses outside, ball 1.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
And that's in the dirt. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And the Cubs are down in order, but they're in front 4-0. New pitcher on now, Justin Steele.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy,
now
man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Justin Steele.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
Cronenworth.
And the first offering is not close. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Julian Merriweather appears to be getting loose. And he grounds one to the right side. And that's just foul. Strike 2.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Good eye right there.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
That's off the mark. Counts full, 3-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Jake has entered the K zone. So
Now
digging
batting,
in now for
left
San
fielder,
Diego, Brandon Lockridge.
Lockridge.
Fastball is outside. And that one just missed off the outside edge. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Makes the grab on the run. And there's 2 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to
Now
put it
batting,
into
the
his
catcher,
highest
Martin
gear and go a long way to track
Maldonado.
that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Maldonado stands in now and watches strike 1. On the ground to first, and foul ball. 2 down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. And that one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1, 2, 3. Nothing doing here this half. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Cubs 4 and the Padres nothing.
Now pitching for
Back
the
now to
Padres.
start the bottom of the 5th and taking
Number
over on the
38.
mound, Kyle Hart. He's
Kyle
making his 2nd appearance of the
Hart.
season. Back to the leadoff
Leading
spot
off
in the Cubs
for the
lineup.
Cubs,
Ian
the
Happ
left fielder,
digs in
Ian
now. The walk, and he's also
Happ.
singled. And first offering is fouled off. Pop foul out of play off to the right. That misses the zone. Now 1 and 2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
1 and 2 here.
That's ball 2.
And they'll do it again. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the
Now
strikeout
batting,
pitch right there.
the
Just a low
designated
90s
hitter,
fastball.
Kyle
I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Tucker at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up
0-1
empty
the
there.
count.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. One down, base is empty. Outside, and the count 1-2. Left field, Lockridge under it, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, the right fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki. 0 for 2 in this one. in there, and it's 0-1.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
2 outs. That misses. 1-1. And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
This to third. Machado. To first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Now batting.
You know, 2-out errors are kind of like 2-out walks, and sometimes even worse. You know, you think you're out of the inning, but all of a sudden you got another out to get, and the offense has a great opportunity they're looking to take advantage of and make you pay for.
Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. That one off the mark. 1-0. Suzuki off of first with 2 away. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. He makes the grab, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. 1 left for the Cubs, but they lead it 4-0. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Steele back to work. Steele in his 4th year. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. That misses off the outside edge. Two and 1 now. Fastball for a strike. Now fly ball to right center. Suzuki on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, designated hitter Luis Arias.
And here is Luis Arias. 1 for 2. Inside, just missed. Missed with a changeup. 2-0. Fastball is outside. 1 out, base is empty. And there's the automatic. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. And the Padres have a man aboard with 1 out.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Machado up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. And another ball. There's a swing and a drive. That one carrying. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. Coming home. He'll score.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Bogart.
And a dangerous hitter coming up to hit in Xander Bogaerts. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
0-1.
The 0-1. The shortstop takes the ball. Activity in the
1-1.
bullpen. Caleb Thielbar up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Keller also getting ready. Man at second.
So far, all we've seen in this at-bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
One out and a runner at second. This one in the air. Makes the grab, and there's two gone.
The center fielder, number 3, Jackson Merrill.
Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
And that is in for a strike. 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Breaking ball misses down and away.
0-2 count. You got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
Runner at second, 2 down, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Check swing, now an appeal to third, and he won around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. It's the Cubs 4 and the Padres 1. Here at Wrigley Field, bottom of the 6th inning. So up now for Chicago, Dansby Swanson. Popped up. Cronenworth settles under it and makes the catch. And there's 1 down.
The batter, number 2, second baseman,
Nico Horner will come up to hit. There's a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
That one fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering is downstairs.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. Line drive, base hit. And they had their first hit since the 2nd inning. Pete Crow
The center
Armstrong,
fielder,
the next
number
cup to
4,
hit.
Pete
Singing, you got to
Crow
appreciate a guy who's
Armstrong.
this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down because of that.
Horner on the go.
Nope.
Pitch
Ball
misses. Saved in second with a stolen base.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully move that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
And it's fouled away.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Up the middle. That's a base hit. Horner flies around third. Fires it to the plate. Safe at home. And the runner scores from second. It's 5-1.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
One down. Here's the third baseman, Matt Shaw. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Throw into third. The tag.
Right
Ow!
there. He's out.
The
Well, it's
catcher,
always a
number
risk
9,
when you're pushing for
Miguel.
third like that. A bang-bang play.
Umpire.
Had a chance to make it. Maybe a little better slide around the tag, but a nice job by the defense to cut off that runner.
Here's the catcher to hit, Miguel Amaya, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. There's a strike.
Man, you're playing with fire starting him off with the fastball in the zone, but it didn't end up hurting him.
Shaw, the runner at first with 2 gone. And that one fouled off. Bounce to third. Handled by Machado. Zips it across. And that is that. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Julian Merriweather.
Now pitching
And he's
for
got
the
a nice
Chicago
lead to work
Cubs,
with, so he should come
Number
in throwing
66.
strikes, attacking these hitters.
Julian Merriweather.
The batter here will
Leading
be
off for
Yuli
the Padres,
Gurriel.
the first baseman.
The
number 10,
Padres in
Yuli
striking distance, but have
Gurriel.
some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
The United States of fascist angry face with horns.
Lifted in the air, right field. Suzuki pulls it in on the run.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Cronenworth batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
0-2 is the count.
This one in the air. Horner makes the grab. 2 down.
The batter, the left fielder, Brandon Lockridge.
So 2 down now, and here is Brandon Lockridge. And that chops in for a strike. Two down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. There's your strike, 95 of that one.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Got him swinging. He chased the changeup, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing there for the Friars. They're down 5-1. Back here at Wrigley Field, bottom of the 7th. And now it's going to be Ian Happ. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Going to count 1-2.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Happ lays off.
Clearly didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And now 1 away.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Handles, throws to first, and Tucker is retired.
Up next for the Cubs, the right fielder,
Seiya Suzuki will hit next. 0 for 3 in this one. And that misses. And that's ball 1.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
A swing and a soft liner. Nice grab. Cubs are down quietly. They lead this one, though, 5-1.
Now pitching for
pitching change here. Eli Morgan. He's making his 4th appearance of the season.
Eli Morgan.
Martin Maldonado getting ready to hit.
For the Padres, the catcher, Martin Maldonado.
And that one wrapped foul. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
That one inside. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And that skips in the dirt. Next offering way upstairs. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Happ makes the catch. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, the right fielder, Fernando.
So with 1
Tatis
down, it'll bring up Fernando
Jr.
Tatis Jr. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. On the corner for a strike. The Cubs leading by 4, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that's in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, really nice job of finishing the hitter off right there. Glove side command, fastball firm to the outside corner. Tell you what, very difficult to do anything with that pitch, even if you do swing.
Luis Arias, the next up for the Padres. First pitch misses. And there's a strike. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. It's through for a hit. And that gives Manny Machado a chance to hit with 2 out.
The third baseman, number 13, Manny.
And now it's Manny Machado.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
First pitch just misses. Swings and blasts one deep to left center, and that's a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Xander.
Now Xander Bogaerts gets a chance to hit. Inside, and that's ball 1.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
Two on, 2 outs. There's the strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Arise, the runner at third. Machado on at first with 2 down. And a swing and a miss. And the Padres waste a chance. 2 left on. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Cubs 5 and the Padres 1.
Now pitching for
Back
the Padres.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll
Number
into the bottom of the
56.
8th. Jeremiah Estrada.
Well, I got to think he probably has a
Estrada.
little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
Leading off for the
Now the
Cubs,
Cubs' 4-hole
the
hitter,
first baseman,
Michael Busch.
Michael Busch.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And a slider misses down and away. Fought off foul. Got him. One gone to the bottom of the 8th. And now it's Dansby Swanson. 1 for 3. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And first offering is fouled off. Ball one there.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
That one outside, and that's ball 3.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Up next for the Cubs.
Here's Nico Horner.
Second baseman, Nico.
Throw to first.
Horner.
Swanson back on a dive. There's the strike.
0-1.
Man at first, one away. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Foul ball there. Foul ball still 0-2. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Armstrong.
And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That to right. Lunging, but can't bring it in. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Now batting, third
So up
baseman,
next, Matt Shaw.
Shaw.
That pitch gets the corner. Strike 1. This one popped up. Gurriel handles the chance. Cubs strand a couple. They're up 5-1. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Caleb Thielbar.
Bringing in the lefty with
Now
the left-handed
pitching
hitter
for the
coming up to
Cubs.
hit. Classic bullpen
Number
move right here.
24.
So we'll see how it works out.
Caleb Thielbar.
Stepping in for San Diego,
Leading off with San
Jackson
Diego,
Merrill.
The center fielder, number 3, Jackson Merrill.
Yeah, there's the strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Up the middle. Corner. Tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Showing us right there why he's considered one of the best middle infielders in the sport. That's always a tough play going up the middle on the backhand. But what really made this play happen was that quick release, smooth exchange, and that was as smooth as it gets. And it had to be with the wheels going down the line.
Now it's Yuli Gurriel. Gurriel gets a piece.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the top of the 9th. Pitch is in the dirt. Now 2 balls and a strike.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Got him swinging. And they're down to their last out.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Last chance for the Padres. Jake Cronenworth now at the plate. Right through there for a strike. Thielbar, 38 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Ripped, but it curls foul. The Padres down to their final strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching. The team is making the plays defensively. This is the kind of feeling, it's not going to last all season long, but you want to ride it as long as you possibly can. Perhaps push it up to double digits.
5-1 is how it ends. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.